Hey guys, Odin Wolf here, back with some more Battlefield 4 footage. I'm going to let this stuff play in the background for you guys. This is some just random clips that I've had stacked in my recordings folder for a while that I need to try to clean out. But it's some pretty decent gameplay nonetheless, and we're going to be starting off using the old M10-14 and a IR&V scope on lockers. So I know there's been quite a stir in the community recently with the FLIR and the IR&V coupled together with the smoke grenades, and a lot of people seem to be up in arms about that, which is a very good tactic, you know, regardless. But it's something that I've kind of used off and on since the release of the game, and it's just seemingly now starting to cause a bit of a stir, and it probably has to do with the scopes themselves. The IR&V and the FLIR have gotten a bit of a buff in the last couple of patches, and they're very viable scopes now, and I can understand the frustration, because like I said, they are very viable now, and you know, when you couple those together with the smoke grenades, if the enemy team's not utilizing the flares properly, there's really not much you can do other than switch to the scopes yourself and try to combat back against the people using it. So there is always an alternative, but you know, if you're somebody that doesn't enjoy using those kind of scopes, then I can understand your frustration. But nonetheless, I'm not using smoke here, but I am utilizing the auto shotty and the FLIR, or excuse me, the IR&V, which can get a little frustrating for people. But you know, this isn't something I do a whole lot of, especially not auto shotguns. But you know, the most recent patch has pretty much given these things quite a bit of life compared to the way they were, and I can understand a lot of people complaining about the auto shotguns, which they are a bit too much at this point as far as their range and just firepower. I think, you know, reducing the accuracy, especially at range on the auto shotguns. The pump shotguns are perfect now. I don't think there's any question about that. Let's leave those alone, but I could definitely see a reduction in the range, if nothing else, on the auto shotguns. But moving forward, that's not really the point of this video. I'm not going to be discussing a whole lot of tactics and gunplay mechanics and all that kind of stuff. I'm really just going to be going over what I've been doing the past month or so, and why there hasn't been a lot of Battlefield 4 footage up. We got the Criminal Activity DLC on Hardline, which I kind of played around on a little bit. Tried to, you know, breathe life into that game, and was crossing my fingers that, you know, maybe this would help, but it really hasn't, to be honest. And I don't see myself really playing that game for any meaningful amount of time, especially not for putting anything up on the channel, unless you guys would really like to see that. Now, I mean, if that's the case, then I have no problem with it, because I mean, I do enjoy the game. It is kind of hard to get gameplay at times with the limited amount of players on PC, but you know, when there is a decent amount of players and you have some decent servers to choose from, it can still be fun. There's no question about that. But another thing, just recently, this past week, or the past few days anyway, I was invited to participate in the alpha for Star Wars Battlefront. Now, I'm still under NDA, so I can't really you know, discuss anything meaningful or go into detail about what I saw and got to experience in the alpha, and I can't obviously post any footage or anything from the game itself, but I'm going to try my best to just give you, you know, a brief overview without going into any details or really discussing anything that isn't already known and wasn't discovered in the trailers. But I'll just say this, that I thoroughly have enjoyed it. And you know, I had, in the back of my mind, had some questions, you know, or you know, was kind of on edge, not to get my hopes up or anything, but I'll just say that I had no issues whatsoever from a technical standpoint as far as the game operating and functioning correctly. It was quite a nice experience to be able to install the game, boot it up, and it worked. I mean, that, you know, coming from DICE, we're all pretty much familiar with the last few game launches they've had, and this one really took me by surprise to how just fluid and easily it worked, especially being an alpha. Now, like I said, the game itself has been really fun. Not going to go into details about it, but of course, what you saw in the E3 gameplay trailer is what we got to play. And as far as the map itself, you could kind of tell the size of the map from the E3 trailer. and it's not much bigger than what you saw there. But with the 40-player count, it kind of flows pretty well. And I really didn't have any of those experiences where, you know, I'm trying to find somebody and it felt empty. There were times where you're in between objectives where it may feel that way, but overall, I thought it flowed very well for 40 players. So that was good to see. But anyway, I'm trying to skate around this as best I can. I would love to just, you know, show you guys footage and gameplay and go into detail about it, but we'll be able to do that at a later date. I am quite certain that they'll have an open beta closer towards a release date, so probably around the end of October I would expect a open beta, just like we had with Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, and as well as Hardline. So we'll be able to definitely go into details on that further, but let's just say at this point I feel confident that the game is in good hands, and we're looking at a solid title this November. So anyway, we're just getting over 4th of July here in the good old US of A, so I hope everybody did have a good 4th of July holiday and were able to spend it with family and friends. Let me know down in the comments what you guys did for the 4th of July. Did you get any fireworks? Hopefully didn't blow anything or anybody up. Myself and the rest of the 90SG crew, we got together for a family cookout, shot some fireworks. Don't think anybody got blown up, I don't recall, so I guess it wasn't serious if they did, but no, in all seriousness, we had a great time, spent time together, like I said, got to eat some good food, shot some fireworks, and overall just had a good 4th of July. Now, I've also, for whatever reason, the past couple of weeks have been really getting into my golf game. I don't know if anybody that watches our videos really likes to play golf, but something I'm working on. I'm trying to get back in the swing because I played it off and on with my dad a lot when I was little, and I'm really getting interested in it again. So who knows, we may have to boot up the old 90-something Studios channel and start posting some golf gameplay, because I'm sure you guys would get a kick out of that, and it would be quite humorous to watch us hack balls all over the field. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this gameplay, and I'll try to get some more stuff up here soon, but until then, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks. Closer to him now.